I'm going to move on with the Watchmakers Lathe Carriage. I'm going to start with this assembly here, the tool post. I gotta wait on material for the bases, so I'm just gonna do this assembly. So it consists of this piece, this block, a dowel pin, a shoulder bolt, and a set screw. So what I can do here is explode this a little bit and break down the parts. They don't really move apart very well when you do the exploded view, so it's kind of hard to get a real good idea of what the parts are. But the base here is just gonna have a press fit in this area for this pin, and that's going to then interlock with the tool block and allow the movement of the tool block up and down as you adjust this set screw. So as you screw down this set screw, it will allow the tool block to rise up to get the correct center height for the tool. And then the block is just going to be 4140 pre-hard, and also the bottom plate. And the bottom plate here will have a counterbore hole, so the shoulder bolt can lock that in. And then it's not actually on here, but I am going to drill and tap a hole over here, a set screw to lock against this pin, and that will allow this to be locked in. So pretty simple. I'm gonna actually make 2 tool blocks just in case I want to have multiple tools set up. So I'll get started on machining the tool blocks and the base. I have the 4 sides here squared up, so now I want to get this edge square so that I can face the top off. So I just have a square on my table, and if I bring it in now, you can see a little sliver of light, and when I just prop it up like so, then it becomes square. So I'll get it like that, and then tighten my vise up, and now I'm square. So then I'll just face a little bit off the top, flip it over, make it parallel, bring in the thickness. Set up here to do the holes now. I have to put a 5/16 hole in the center, and that's going to be a slip fit with a shoulder bolt. It's a 1/4 inch shoulder bolt, and then over here is going to be a 1/4 tapped hole, and down here will be a 1/87 slip fit for a dowel pin, for a 3/16 dowel pin. So I'm going to start by doing a about 2/66 diameter hole here, and then I'm going to use a 5/16 end mill to bring the size in, and then I'm going to do some probably interesting things to locate the other holes as I drill in the other holes. Or I might just decide to move the machine. I'm not sure yet exactly how I'm going to do it. But yeah, I'll start with the larger hole on both the pieces and then go from there. So I'm doing the reamed hole now that is 3/16 slip fit, and what I did first was drill it. The drill diameter measures about 177, and I'm going to be using a 188 reamer. So I drill it about 10 thousandths under, and then what I'm going to do now is just put a good countersink on that drilled hole before I ream it. And what that does is it guides the reamer into the hole better. It gives it a starting point to fall into. So now it's ready for the reamer. So with reaming, I'm going to use a good bit of cutting fluid. You can see it on the reamer. A little slower RPM, and I'm going to try to be aggressive with the feed rate. That tends to be the best method to get reamers to do what you need them to do. Now I'm through the hole. I turn the spindle off, spin it around a little bit by hand to clear some of the chips, and then I'm going to retract it without the spindle on. This is my method on a manual machine. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. It gives me the size that I want without too much messing around. So let's see how the pin fits. Now I'm set up to mill the tool slot, and it's going to be milled in this face, basically along this pathway, and also along this face, and they'll intersect, and it'll be about a 1/4 inch deep. Doesn't quite have to be a 1/4 inch deep, but it will accept the 1/4 inch high-speed steel tool blanks at maximum, or it could accept anything smaller than that. But this is basically going to be the gauge that's going to act as the fit. So I'm just going to touch my tool off and take some cuts until we're down to about a 1/4 inch deep. So this is basically it for this, other than some drilled and tapped holes on this edge to clamp the tool bit, and then there's also a base part, so I'll just wrap that up in another video. But for now, I'll call this one just about done for. So thanks for watching, and hopefully it's an interesting project worth following along, and I look forward to completing it. Thanks for watching.